Let's finally have a conversation about the top 5 medical credit cards available out there. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How you doing today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous if you're to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. Today's conversation will be about a very important topic. What are the best medical credit cards, the 5 best medical credit cards available out there? Before we get into the real conversation here, let's go back to the definition here. What is a medical credit card? A medical credit card is designed to pay for medical expenses. Simple as that. Healthcare providers that might offer those cards include the dentists, eye doctors, audiologists, cosmetic surgeons, and veterinarians. The thing here is that besides the healthcare providers, you also have traditional financial institutions that have, in the last 20 years, offered credit cards that will help you sort of take care of your medical expenses. Typically, you can apply for a medical credit card at a doctor's office, or you can even apply for a credit card before you visit, and then you verify whether it's accepted by your healthcare provider. And one thing you want to do is that you want to remember that medical credit cards might not cover every medical expense, because issuers typically have specific services that you can pay for with a card. And this could be LASIK, dental care, or cosmetic surgery. And interest charges on medical credit cards are typically deferred. And in other words, you pay off your balance within a specific time frame. As long as you do that, you are not charged interest. And the big question is a medical credit card better than a traditional credit card? It really depends upon your situation. Whether you should use the medical credit card or not depends on your situation. It depends on the amount of the medical intervention. If it's a procedure, a surgery, it depends on your credit worthiness. It depends on the offer that is available out there. It also depends on your insurance, on your health insurance situation. Are you insured? Are you underinsured? Are you overinsured? What is your deductible? Do you have some rainy day fund, some emergency funding available out there? Do you have alternatives? Can you get a loan? So this is a constellation of topics that you have to think about to determine whether or not a medical credit card is best for you. So in case you are realizing that you don't qualify for a medical credit card, there are alternatives. And you have traditional credit cards that offer a 0% interest rate, for instance. Personal loans. Personal loans may offer lower interest rates than credit cards, and they have a specified term. So the bottom line here is you know how long it will take you to pay the balance. You may also try to negotiate a payment plan with the provider, with the healthcare provider. So if you have poor credit or fair credit, you may not qualify for a traditional credit card or loan, right? So in that case, you might want to work out a payment plan with your medical provider. And the thing here is that you have to, again, negotiate the best terms, whether interest-free or a lower interest when it comes to the payment plan. One thing I want to say here is that you need to manage your medical bills with the right card. Whether you get a medical credit card or an alternative credit card, in other words, a card from a traditional issuer, you really need to have a larger strategy when it comes to managing your medical bills. And the best way to do this is that you need to have an emergency fund. I already talked about that. Experts will tell you need to have 6 months worth of living expenses in an account. I say go for 12 months if you can, or 18 months, because 6 months is really nothing if you think about it. Something happens, God forbid, you are out of work and stuff happens, all the expenses there are some fixed expenses that need to be paid, the mortgage, the rent. So you really gotta to to be conservative here when it comes to your financial situation. So try to have a rainy day cash fund to be able to manage your medical bills in the future. Whether you have a card or not, a credit card or not, you need to have some cash on the side, because even if you have the credit card, that card needs to get paid. It needs to get paid off anyway. That credit card debt needs to get paid off anyway. Where are you going to have the money if you don't have no savings? So it is very important. It is quite essential to have a strategy of savings when it comes to anticipating medical credit card debts. Before I get into the pure rankings, please check out this short video. We do have a very rigorous approach when it comes to categorizing, reviewing, and listing all the credit cards that we review on this show, including medical credit cards. So check this out. All right, number 5, we have the City Diamond Preferred Credit Card. This is not a traditional medical credit card, but it is the best balance transfer offer for existing medical expenses. And our score for City Diamond Preferred Credit Card is 9/10. So the thing here is that with the City Diamond Preferred Credit Card, you have a 0% intro APR for 18 months on purchases and balance transfers, including medical expenses. Now, of course, there is a balance transfer fee that applies, but it is really nothing compared to the savings that you are going to make if you get the card. And you get free access to your FICO score online, and the intro for purchases is 0% for 18 months. Intro for transfers is 0% for 18 months. A regular APR hovers between 14.74% to 24.74%. There's no annual fee. In terms of credit, you got to have good to excellent credit. The cool thing here is that with the City Diamond Preferred Credit Card, you can use it not only to transfer existing medical expenses onto the new card, but you can also enjoy the flexibility to choose the payment due date that works best for you. And so this could be the beginning, middle, or end of the month. And this is important because if you are still in the hospital or you are at home recovering, chances are you are not working full time, so you're probably getting some disability or some kind of insurance payment, and you need to make sure that you are able to choose the payment due date so that your monthly budgeting doesn't suffer. So we believe that with according to our research, City Diamond Preferred Credit Card sort of helps you do that. Helps you plan accordingly, and you're able to bounce back very quickly. Number 4, we have Chase Freedom Unlimited. Our score 9/10. Again, this is not a traditional medical credit card, but it is the best credit card with 0% introductory APR for medical expenses. So here you're not having a balance transfer. They don't have an offer for balance transfers, but they do have a 0% intro APR for medical expenses. And this can go from 15 months all the way to 24 months. Perfect. And on top of that, you can earn bonus reward. You can earn a $200 bonus after you spend $500 on purchases in your first 3 months from account opening. Now, although dedicated medical credit cards can be useful for short and long-term financing, the deferred interest they typically use can end up being expensive if you have been, let's say, a portion of your balances left over, right? So a better option for those who can qualify may be an open loop card with what experts call open loop cards with a 0% intro APR offer, such as the Chase Freedom Unlimited. What we really love with this card, in addition to what I've just told you, that the fact that you have 0% intro APR for medical expenses, and the term hovers between 15 to 24 months. In addition to that, you also earn 5% cash back on grocery store purchases, not including Target or Walmart purchases, on up to $12,000 spent in the first year. You can earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on all other purchases. You can earn 5% on travel purchased through Chase, 3% on dining at restaurants and drugstores, and 1.5% on all other purchases. This card carries no annual fee. Now, here is a great deal about this card. Do you see? Do you just hear? Have you heard what I told you about the all the percentage, all the rewards? Imagine you can actually, not only do you have an intro APR, 0% intro APR offer that lasts all the way to 24 months, you also are earning cash back. And while you're sick or recovering, if you can use the card, not only to pay for your medical bills, but also to pay for other stuff while earning cash back, that's an excellent strategy. That's an excellent strategy. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. I hope you're still here around with us. And I want to quickly go to number 3, Wells Fargo Health Advantage. Now, I'm going to talk to you about credit cards that are purely medical credit cards. And the first one is Wells Fargo Health Advantage. Our score, 9.5 over 10. Now, Wells Fargo Health Advantage is an in-office medical credit card applied for with your provider, and it's offered by a range of medical service practices, including dental, hearing aid, eye surgery, and vet offices. What I'm trying to say here is that you only apply for this card while you are at the healthcare provider's office. So you might qualify, you might pre-qualify if you call them before. If you call Wells Fargo Health Advantage, their customer service, if you call them before the intervention, then that's pretty cool too. But in the majority of cases that we have surveyed, people actually apply for the card while they are in the office, in the healthcare provider's office. With this card, you have special financing plans with fixed monthly payments that allow you to pay over time. That's pretty cool. And the plans have competitive APRs, and you have a revolving credit line, meaning if you, let's say you get a credit line of 20 grand, for example, 20,000, and you have a medical procedure that costs you 10,000. As soon as you pay that off, you can tap into the credit line again. Now, obviously, nobody wants that because this is a card that assumes that you are sick. So you don't want to be sick all the time. So this is really for medical expenses. Now, the card promotes competitive APRs, but the lack of 0% financing makes it less than ideal for large medical costs, as even low interest fees can add up quickly. So if you cannot qualify for 0% financing deals elsewhere, however, this could be a good option. So you have to actually see all the options that are available to you. So if you can't get the City Diamond preferred credit card I just talked about, or the Chase Freedom Unlimited with the 0% intro APR or the 0% balance transfers, then you might want to go with the Wells Fargo Health Advantage. I want to talk to you now about the number 2, AccessOne Med Card. Our score, 9.5 over 10. Now, the AccessOne Med Card actually provides both 0% and low rate financing, depending on the amount you need to finance and your personal credit profile. As a matter of fact, those two elements, those two criteria weigh similarly, so 50-50. So the amount that you need to finance is as important as your personal credit worthiness. One thing that we also found is that when we went to the AccessOne Med Card and when we reached out to the company, they told us that all credit types are welcome, and you will not be turned down due to poor credit. This is according to a MedCard, and the card offers a special 0% or low interest financing, depending on your needs and credit. There is no minimum credit score to qualify, and they do not report to credit bureaus. And what we also love the fact that long-term plans with 0% will have higher monthly payments. So for lower monthly payments, you can obtain a low interest loan if you don't qualify for AccessOne Med card. There are also plans for partial financial assistance, high deductibles, and catastrophic balances. One thing that we have found with AccessOne Med card is that you can apply for the card at the healthcare provider's office, or even before. You can call them, you can go on the internet, and we've had instances where people actually they applied and they pre-qualified before the intervention, before the medical intervention. So this is part of your this got to be part of your plan when it comes to covering your medical bills. And AccessOne Med card, as of today, is still one of the best cards available out there. One thing we also love is the fact that they have a great interface when it comes to monitoring your debt, your credit card balances, to actually monitoring how your payments are actually accruing to the card and how much you owe at a specific time. Number one, folks. Number one, when it comes to the top 5 medical credit cards, CareCredit. Our score, perfect score, 10 over 10. This is a great card. This is actually, in our view, in our analysis, the best medical credit card available out there. Perfect score. The CareCredit card provides short and long-term financing for a variety of medical bills, from chiropractic to urgent care. And what we love is that the application process can be done directly on the internet. And they actually cater to all kinds of situation. You can, if you can't do the application online, you can actually also do it at the doctor's office. And zero interest financing plans are available with terms of 6, 12, 18, or 24 months, depending on the purchase and the credit worthiness. We've had cases where the CareCredit was able to approve applications with terms ranging from 24 months to 48 months. Again, the bottom line here is that they will look at your file and see your credit worthiness and the amount of the medical bill and the intervention. In terms of, so this card comes with a special 0% financing of 6 months to 48 months, as I said before, and there is no interest if paid within the promotional period. That's pretty cool. Think about that. If you have a large intervention, you have a large amount, and you have 24 or 36 month 0% financing, you're able to, and as long as you can pay this off within the 3 years, this is pretty cool. And longer term plans are available with lower interest rates. So if you want to go for 5 years, for example, or 10 years, they might approve your application depending on your situation. And the cool thing here is that you also, if you need, and this is what they call CareCredit longer term financing. And so this will apply to you if you need longer than 24 months to pay off your medical purchase. And one thing I also want to say here is that you need to actually have a conversation with a CareCredit representative if you believe that you need more. You need a longer duration for the loan or the credit card debt. And this conversation must be had before. And we've had instances where they were pretty lenient, they were pretty generous, depending on your situation. Let's say if you have a cosmetic surgery or you have a very heavy intervention, and the bill is the medical bill is in, say, the 50,000 or 100,000 or 30,000, and they've seen that you have a great credit score, they might approve you. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to the final section of today's show. I was talking to you about the top 5 medical credit cards available out there. Number 1, we have CareCredit, 10 over 10. Number 2, AccessOne Med card. 9.5 over 10. Number 3, Wells Fargo Health Advantage, 9.5 over 10. Number 4, Chase Freedom Unlimited, 9 over 10. And number 5, City Diamond Preferred Credit Card, 9 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. Really appreciate it. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.